Hi, I'm Nigel Landis. Welcome and thank you for joining me for this short preview for the next episode of the Private Reflections podcast. In this episode, I'm joined by Australian guitar legend Brett Garsed as we discuss his involvement in the successful stage show Rolling Thunder Vietnam and his support for Guitars for Vets Australia.
I think through doing Rolling Thunder Vietnam, it was such an emotional show to do. You know, I remember one particular moment, we had huge screens behind us, and sometimes once I was more relaxed with the running order of the show, I'd get the chance to have a look around while I was sitting in the dark and see what was there. And we played the Animals song, "We Got to Get Out of This Place." And during that performance, they'd put up photos. And I do remember we were doing a show in Perth and there were people close to the front row and I could see them pointing past me and I could see them mouthing the words, "There he is, there he is." And I turned around and I think someone they knew was in one of those photos. So,
Wow, yeah.
But, yeah, it was heavy. It was a like emotionally charged show. And which I thought, if this is affecting me this much and I'm a musician who has never had to endure anything like this, imagine what these young people went through that had to actually go there. So, yeah. Which, when it gets to Guitars for Vets, that I think, well, what better cause could you donate your time and music to than to help people that have had to come home and try and rebuild their lives?
Brett, can I ask you, in addition to learning the music, when Rolling Thunder Vietnam came around in preparation for that show and when it was in pre-production, was it important for any of the cast or band to do preparation of research to connect back to the relevant era that was being portrayed on stage?
Well, I'm sure it was for the cast, because the cast were all very young. Obviously, they had to portray young people. Mm-hmm. So they were all early to mid-20s, whereas the band were all mid to late 40s. You know, we were. But I think that was also important because we not only had an emotional connection to the music, because it's all music we grew up with. We barely even needed to learn it. We just, we're playing this song. I know this song. Yeah. I've been singing Fortunate Son since I was 8 years old. So, I mean, and Purple Haze and all the rest of it and All Along the Watchtower, I already knew all those tunes. And all of us did. But also that connection to the era. We all remembered Vietnam, and we all remembered family members who were potentially going to go there or did go there. So, I think that was a real stroke of genius. I think that was the interesting thing of there being an older band.
Do you have experiences that stand out as treasured memories for you from your time on Rolling Thunder Vietnam?
You know what? Just every night that show got a standing ovation without fail. Every night. It was a very, very emotional show to do. And you could feel that emotion in the crowd because it wasn't a young crowd that was in there. These were people that were once again connected to the story, either vicariously through a family member or they were there. It was an incredibly powerful show. Every night the audience got to their feet and it was really a humbling experience, something I'll really cherish and treasure. I was so fortunate to get to do it. It was highly entertaining, but so much more than that. I mean, it was very special.
Yeah. If you'd like to access this episode or the full Private Reflections series, you can find the link to Patreon in the description below. Most of the content is free to listen to, and some of the episodes are available for a small fee, with a portion of those proceeds being donated to registered charities supporting veterans. I look forward to having you join me for this episode and for future conversations in the Private Reflections podcast. Until then, thanks for listening.